When it comes to decorating and designing your home, you'll maybe be thinking about pops of color. We always highlight the color of the year here, but what if you want to stick with that classic shade of white? Design expert Tammy Michaels is here to talk about white. It's not too boring, right?
No, it is not. It's timeless.
Yes.
And it is tricky to work with, but today I'm going to give you tips and tricks and you'll be able to pull it off like a pro.
Okay, I want to see this first picture because this first one is a white kitchen, and this is what you're telling us maybe not to do. Too much white?
Yes, so people tell me I want all white. I want it clean and open. Well, this is what it looks like. It looks like Casper the Friendly Ghost, if anybody remembers that. And also it looks like a can of white paint. No dimension, no contrast. However, conversely, if we look at the next photo, you will see someone pull it off very well because you have that iconic white, you have the
beautiful.
light, bright floor. It looks open, it looks contemporary, but it's that mid-range natural wood that gives it complexity and depth.
Right, and really, I mean, yeah, by having the wood accents in there, it's a neutral color, but it really does have quite the contrast. It's really pretty.
It is very pretty.
Okay, there are other rooms of the house as well where people will be likely to throw out a lot of white.
Yes, exactly. And a dining room is very difficult for people to envision because most dining room furniture is in oak or dark woods.
Sure.
So this is, in fact, an off-white. But if you look very closely at this, what you would see is the fact that there's a subtle complexity of gray and also that greenery. So there's gray and cream and white and a geometric pattern on the chairs, which may or may not show on TV, but on our graphics it will on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I was looking at our bigger monitor. I can see it there.
Okay,
so
good.
People are watching on a bigger screen.
It is a complexity, and even the light gray shades, the drapes that you see there.
Right, and you have another example that incorporates black.
Oh, yes. Okay, for the DIY person, this is really easy to pull off. Black and white, big graphic on that clock, cream and black, and it doesn't all have to be the same shade of black. It can be espresso, it can be cream, but you can nail this and it would be on a budget.
Okay, let's talk about the living room, the family room area. I think people who have a white couch don't have kids, right?
That is probably true.
Or their kids are older.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
This is really pretty.
It is very pretty, but I think it's to your point, which is the fact that it's also kind of difficult to pull off. Here's what the trick is. If you look closely, there's a little texture in the pillows, little light gray going on there. There's a sheepskin throw, which you could do in faux, but if you look closely, it's that contrast, even with the warmer wood and the TV, you know, is like, it's giving you a little depth. But the next photo is going to show something that I think is really important, which is if you just give up and you think I can't do white, well, go off-white. And there you'll see those beautiful draperies and the sofa. It's an off-white. Now, you could do the same thing in shades of gray and a light gray, and then you could pull it off.
I love the geometric pattern on the floor as well.
I do too, and it gives you that pop and that dimension and that contrast in the wood tables, and also I love that mirror. It's just a little bit of texture, and I think it's great.
Great suggestions on a color pretty much everybody can agree on, right?
And you can afford it.
Right.
And that's the most important thing. You can pull it off and you can afford it.
Right. Tammy, thanks so much. You can always hear Tammy on her show Inside Out. It's every Saturday from 10 to noon on Como News Radio.